If you are someone that likes to window watch and camp like a complete bitch, Call of Duty Modern Warfare is your game. People will tell me, oh, you run around with the MP5. Well, I got news for you, fuck nugget. At least my mother still loves me. The maps in this game are so goddamn big, it took me at least 30 minutes to get from one side to the other. The attachments in this game, there are 85,000 different attachments that will take you a time frame of 6 to 8 weeks to level up your gun exactly the way you like it. Claymores have been given 500% strength. I run anywhere within a mile of a claymore, and I am toast. Absolutely toast. Despite all of this game is actually really good. Is it perfect? No, but the way that people play this game makes it very obnoxious. Campaign is phenomenal, but who plays campaign? And that's the sad part, is that Call of Duty usually puts out a very good campaign. This is Call of Duty Modern Warfare. Let's talk about it. Game. You know, every year, well, maybe not so much in recent years, everybody's going to say, oh, well, Call of Duty's coming out. I can't wait. The beta was great. And yet, in the last 3-4 years, Call of Duty as a whole has completely disappointed me. Maybe even the last 5 years. Ever since the end of Black Ops 2, I have not given a flying shit about Call of Duty, and I've tried to. Call of Duty Ghost was not very good. I loved Extinction Mode, but it wasn't very good. World War II was short-lived, didn't really play it. Black Ops 3 was okay. Black Ops 4, again, alright. But there's something about this game, regardless of all the flaws, that I actually really like, and I see myself playing this game for quite a while. If you played Modern Warfare extensively enough, this year at least, you will know that it's a good game. The first thing you say when you load into the Call of Duty game is, what the fuck is going on here? All of this shit. What is with these maps? My gun doesn't shoot. But the longer you play it, like anything, you get more skilled at it. And I think most of you that have been playing the Call of Duty Modern Warfare, or Call of Duty series as a whole, since Black Ops 1 can probably say that you're familiar. You know how the system goes. You know about the kill streaks. You know about the game, the ranking, and all this and that. But for me, I went into this Call of Duty with not much hype. I never really do. I used to be so into it. Black Ops 1 was my favorite Call of Duty ever, and I think that because that game was just so iconic. It was my first Call of Duty. The guns in that game were absolutely phenomenal. You really, like, outside, okay, maybe not the SMGs, but the assault rifles in Black Ops 1 were just unbelievable. You literally had the AUG, you had the Commando, you had the Galil, you had the FAMAS. There were so many guns in that game that were so good that it's just, that's part of it too. For me, Modern Warfare is lacking, I don't want to say it's lacking guns, and maybe it's because I need to experiment more. I'm almost level 40, but it's lacking that gun. Well, according to the way that people play this game, that gun would be the M4A1, which I think is a good gun, but to me it's not the best gun. Like I said, it all suits your play style. I'm one of those people that have ADHD and I run around at 100 miles an hour. I play smart, but I run around at 100 miles an hour. So a gun like the MP5, which has suited me good and surprisingly has decent range, that has been my go-to gun for the most part. The maps. The maps in this game, these are probably some of the worst maps I've ever seen at launch, just for me. You have, you know, some of the maps you have to warm up to, but some of them are just absolutely terrible. Euphrates Bridges is one of them that comes straight to mind. I absolutely hate that map. Nothing but people camping behind bushes in that map and camping in their spawn. Awful map. Arklov Peak is a okay map. I like the map itself, but the way people play it is just awful. Grozny Raid is another one. People just camping in doorways. It's not a fun, doorways and windows. I hate that map. Trying to think what else. Hackney Yard is a good map, but it's very frustrating. It's probably the closest thing that someone would say to Nuketown, but it's much, I think it's bigger than Nuketown. I couldn't tell you off the top of my head. That map's okay. My favorite map is definitely Gunrunner because the flow of that map is really good. You do have some camping, but not too much. Gunrunner is definitely my favorite map in Call of Duty. Well, Modern Warfare at least. Ramez is okay. It's just, and you know, St. Petrograd is okay too. It really depends on the game mode a lot of times. But for the most part, it's even as your cave to an extent, I don't like that map either. It's just the maps are so big, and the way that people play this game maybe doesn't suit it. Maybe if this was 5 6 years ago, it'd be better. But the camping in this game is just absolutely abysmal. It is some of the worst. I mean, I've played not all the Call of Duties, but the vast majority of them, and the camping in this game is just absolutely atrocious. Uh, I've never seen people camp so much in Call of Duty. So the maps for me are a big thumbs down. I don't like the maps. The way they play is not really too great. Um, there are a couple maps that I really like I said, but for the most part, they kind of play like garbage. Now they did say that sometime maybe towards the end of this year they're going to add Shipment in, and that's going to be a clusterfuck. Because Shipment is the most craziest map in Call of Duty history, outside of Rust. They're going to bring some of those maps in. So for people like me that like small maps, but here's the thing too. I like small maps, but I don't necessarily like maps that are a box. So a map like Shipment, a map like Rust, that's a box. That's not a map, that's a box. That's a 4x4 box. So it's not. It's just nothing but grenade and flashbang spam. Um, so that's cool, but it's definitely not a game that I would play just to try to have a steady flow. It would be a game where I need kills and I need XP. What else? Guns. Now for me, I feel like the like most Call of Duties, this is one of those where you kind of rank up more and you get better guns. But it's not so much the access of the guns. You have access to guns that are decent when this game starts. The problem is that the weapon, double weapon XP will be one of the most useful tools if they choose to have that as a thing in this year's Call of Duty, because there are so many attachments to this gun, to any gun. It will take you a while to level up that gun. You have to really use the gun and really like the gun to get really good attachments. There's some that are opened up, like the sights and the I don't know who uses holographic sights, but the sights in general, it will take you a while to level up your gun. It is going to take you a while, not forever, but maybe I'm just saying that because I'm one of those people that constantly use different guns. I have the 4 or 5 guns I like to use, and then that's basically where it is. Um, the guns to me, I don't think were as great as they could have been. You know, the AUG doesn't really do damage. Like I said, maybe you have to level it up more. I don't use a marksman rifle because it's just not fun. You have to have an incredibly accurate shot to use a marksman rifle. And the way that people play this game, it is very hard to use that. Snipers I don't use. I know the AX-50 was probably one of the most popular snipers for people. I've been using a lot of. I like the assault rifles. The SMGs are okay. But here's one thing I will say: the MP5 in Modern Warfare is fucking amazing. If you level it up, get it just right, the MP5 will absolutely shred. If you're one of those people that have quick reaction time and your hand-eye coordination is there, use the MP5. I know a handful of people that I personally play with that would use the MP5, and they're absolute beasts. One of my friends, which I will name drop in this video, is Elijah, and he's very good at Call of Duty, and he uses the MP5, and he does a great job with it, and so forth. So I haven't played with too many people. I played with a couple of my friends. I'm actually having a ball with Modern Warfare. I really am. And I'm not one of those people that suck off Call of Duty. So like I said, the MP5 is a gun that you're going to want to use if you're one of those people. Again, there are other SMGs for you as well, but the MP5 has worked best for me. The Uzi's also there. It doesn't do the damage that I think it needs to do. Now, I'm almost there to unlock the FN Scar 17. That is a gun I really want to use because I know that I can just... You ever have that gun that you see down the list and you look at the damage and you look at how it shoots and you know the second you get that gun, you're going to just go on a complete tear? That for me was the AN-94 in Black Ops 2. So for me, that's I know that once I get that gun, it's game over. But I don't know, because the way the MP5 is working for me, I hope it's great. I really hope they don't nerf the MP5 because I love it. MP7 is also there. I haven't unlocked that yet. The assault rifles, like I said, they need work. The Odin is there, but I just don't like the way it fires. I just unlocked the M13, and it's actually a lot of fun to use that. The FR556, if you have a accurate shot, is really dominant. shouldn't take you more than 2 bursts to kill somebody, maybe 2 at best. Um, Trying to think, what else? AK-47 I haven't used to an extent, but I don't really see too many people using that gun. Like I said, the M4A1 has probably easily been the most popular gun for people to use. I like the Kilo 181, mainly because I've leveled it up so much, and it's one of the guns you get from the launch of the game. So that's pretty much the guns aspect of it. I think that they're not nearly as strong as they should be, and that is basically where I stand on that. Leveling up, to me, is just right in this game. It doesn't take too long to level up. You play your games, you do good, and you level up. Different game modes and such. They added Kill Confirmed, and I think that Kill Confirmed would be a huge mistake in this Call of Duty because it's not... the way that these maps play and the way that they are absolute terrible for Kill Confirmed. Kill Confirmed, for me, only works on medium to smaller maps. Even another map I hate, Anya Place. I think that map plays like complete shit. That's another map. You have to play, for this game to be fun, you have to play objective-based games. You have to play Headquarters, you have to play Domination. Team Deathmatch, it's just not a very Team Deathmatch game, if you ask me. That's just my opinion, doesn't make it right. So that's how I feel about that. What else? Now we're gonna slide over for a minute, and we're gonna go to campaign. Now I've only played 3 or 4 levels of campaign, maybe a couple more, and I want to say that from what I played, this campaign is absolutely phenomenal. Now Call of Duty generally puts out a good campaign, but I was really blown away in the first 3 to 4 levels of playing Modern Warfare campaign. It's just phenomenal. You have like Hadir's one of the characters, Farah's another one, and that you go through the whole problem with the Russian leader and being in those countries, especially with her being a woman. You sneaking through certain things and taking out different people inside of your group and outside of your group. So it's really cool. I've only played a couple levels, haven't finished, and I think the campaign is definitely something. If you're getting tired of multiplayer or just want to switch it up, campaign is definitely going to be something for you. Different game modes inside of multiplayer, I forgot about. Gunfight is really cool. Now, it keeps it fast-paced and it's quick. Not an XP level whatsoever, but if you have a friend that's decent and you guys just want to show that you're dominant to other players, Gunfight is really fun for you. NVG, which is night mode, absolutely terrible. The concept is great. The way it plays is complete shit. I will probably never touch NVG mode again after the first time that I played it. Spec Ops. I could not play Spec Ops. It keeps telling me I have to download it. I download it, doesn't work. This, that. I'm not really in a rush to play Spec Ops because I heard it was awful. The concept of Spec Ops is cool and has been good through Call of Duty Modern Warfare series, but I am not in a rush to go and play it. Molotovs, flashbangs, all things in Call of Duty that are absolutely god obnoxious. And the size, now I don't know who's playing on Xbox or PS4, but Jesus Christ, this game took 150 gigabytes minimum plus other things. It was pushing towards almost 200 gigabytes. Now my PlayStation itself is 500 gigs, and that's my fault. I should have a 1 terabyte PlayStation system. But for the love of God, if you're one of those people that have a lot of games and you only have the 500 gigabyte system, you need to clear those games out. This game takes a shit ton of space, so on and so forth. One of the last things I will talk about is kill streaks, which I think are absolutely boring this year. The VTOL Jet is one of those kill streaks for you that will be there. If you're one of those players that doesn't necessarily get 20 kills without dying, but you can go on a good tear and get a good 7 or 8 straight, the VTOL is definitely for you. I've used it a couple times, and it's great. It's fantastic. Care packages I've used just because I want to get the edge, and it's very quick and easy to get a care package in Call of Duty. Problem is that it's starting to get better now, but the beginning of me using a care package, I saw nothing but counter UAVs and precision radars. Personal radars, I'm sorry. Those are useless, by the way, which I have equipped. The kill streaks are not as good as they have been. There are more. Juggernaut is the highest kill streak, and God forbid anybody gets a Juggernaut on you. VTOL Jet is very good, medium kill streak. Trying Let's see, what else? Chopper Gunner also is dominant, but like I said, the problem with a Chopper Gunner is that you have everyone that runs inside, and I don't blame them. If a Chopper Gunner's coming out on me, my ass is inside. So yeah, I mean, it's a mixed bag, but for the most part, it's. Here's the thing: if you shit on the game, yet you're still constantly playing it over and over and over, you may hate to admit it, but the game is good. Call of Duty Modern Warfare, right here, is a good game. Is it amazing? Has its ups and downs. Is it the best Call of Duty of all time? No. Not even close. So for me, Call of Duty Modern Warfare gets a thumbs up. It is not going to be thrown into the trash can. I've had a lot of fun with this game, and I can't wait to keep having fun with it. One of the things I'm excited to see is what they add to this game, because I feel like for some reason they're going to listen to their fans in this game, and what they add into this game could be crucial to make it that much better. This game is a solid thumbs up, but it could be 2 thumbs up, depending on where they go from here and what they choose to add in it. This is your Call of Duty Modern Warfare review. Time to head back online.